these 2 hours, the presenters on every news channel were saying, injured but expected to make a full recovery, and I have no idea why, but it made me so angry.
Lady Sarah McCorquodale, Princess Diana's older sister, played a pivotal role in Diana's life, both as a source of support and, in some ways, a catalyst for events that altered Diana's destiny. Born Elizabeth Sarah Lavinia Spencer in 1955, Lady Sarah was an influential figure in Diana's life, offering guidance and emotional support during difficult times. Their bond was so strong that it became a focal point for critics who often used Sarah's influence to target Diana. Although Lady Sarah had aristocratic status and the title Lady following her father's ascension to the 8th Earl Spencer in 1975, her life wasn't without struggle. She battled severe eating disorders in her early adulthood, which deeply affected her social life. Despite these personal challenges, she continued to serve as a reliable ally to her sister, especially during Diana's tumultuous marriage to Prince Charles. It was Lady Sarah who provided Diana with the strength and courage to stand up to the pressures surrounding her marriage, and she became a key figure in Diana's determination to speak out and seek a divorce. Her unwavering loyalty to Diana was evident even after her tragic death, as Lady Sarah worked tirelessly to preserve Diana's legacy and continue the causes she championed. Lady Sarah McCorquodale's story is undeniably intriguing and full of twists. She was once romantically involved with Prince Charles, and their relationship was closely watched by the public. However, Sarah famously rejected him, declaring she wouldn't marry him even if he were the King of England. Despite their breakup, Sarah remained part of Charles's inner circle, which led to an unexpected turn of events. She introduced her younger sister, Diana, to Prince Charles, a meeting that would change Diana's life and the royal family forever. Diana, born in 1961, came from a prestigious background as the 4th of 5 children in the Spencer family. She spent her childhood at Park House in Sandringham, Norfolk, where she grew close to the royal family, playing with Prince Andrew and Prince Edward. However, despite her noble upbringing, Diana's childhood was far from ideal. Her parents' troubled marriage, influenced by the pressure to produce a male heir, ultimately led to their divorce when Diana was just 7 years old. Sarah's role in Diana's life was complex, and her connection to Prince Charles would forever alter the course of history, leading to Diana's eventual marriage into the royal family and her lasting legacy. Diana's life took a dramatic turn after her introduction to Prince Charles, which was orchestrated by her sister, Lady Sarah. At just 16 years old, Diana caught Charles's attention, and by 1981, the two were married, catapulting Diana from a relatively private, aristocratic life into the global spotlight. But was this newfound fame a blessing or a curse? Initially, Diana was swept up in the romance, believing that Charles, whom she saw as her knight in shining armor, would be her protector. However, the reality of their relationship soon began to unravel. Diana's first impression of Charles was less than ideal, and despite their growing connection, cracks in their relationship started to show early on. After just 13 meetings, Charles proposed, and Diana accepted, thrilled to join the royal family. Their engagement was a global sensation, and everyone was enamored with the young, beautiful couple. However, during their engagement interviews, Diana's hopeful declarations of love were met with Charles's ambiguous response, "Whatever love means." This left Diana uncertain and foreshadowed the struggles that would follow in their marriage. Princess Diana's wedding to Prince Charles on July 29, 1981, was a global spectacle, watched by 750 million people. Her iconic wedding dress, with its 25-foot train and intricate lacework, captured the imagination of millions, embodying the fairy tale romance of the prince and his princess. However, behind the scenes, there were whispers about Lady Sarah's feelings toward her younger sister's marriage to her former boyfriend. Despite publicly supporting Diana, Sarah allegedly harbored some jealousy and resentment. To protect her sister, Sarah made the personal sacrifice of maintaining a private life, allowing Diana to shine. Diana's royal duties led her to become a beloved humanitarian, using her position to raise awareness for causes such as HIV, AIDS, leprosy, and landmines. In 1987, Diana made headlines when she touched AIDS patients, breaking the stigma surrounding the disease. She later became a patron of the National AIDS Trust and worked with Nelson Mandela to support families affected by HIV/AIDS. Her advocacy also extended to landmines. In 1997, she visited an Angola minefield to raise awareness, a gesture that helped influence the Ottawa Treaty to ban anti-personnel mines. Additionally, Diana worked tirelessly to combat the stigma around leprosy, becoming the patron of the Leprosy Mission in 1989 and visiting hospitals worldwide to show her support. Princess Diana's relentless dedication to humanitarian causes, including her work with AIDS patients and cancer research, showcased her compassion and commitment to making the world a better place. Her actions, such as physically touching AIDS patients to break the stigma, helped bring global awareness and destigmatize the disease. Sarah, Diana's supportive sister, was a constant source of strength, motivating her to continue her work and push through the challenges in her life. However, Diana's personal life was fraught with difficulties, including the public revelation of Prince Charles's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. In 1993, the infamous Camilla Gate scandal broke when a leaked phone call between Charles and Camilla exposed their intimate relationship. The scandal further damaged Charles's reputation, and in 1994, he publicly admitted to being unfaithful. This led to Diana's famous comment in a 1995 BBC interview, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Her bravery in speaking out against the royals and standing up for herself won her even more admiration from the public. Despite the emotional toll, Diana remained a beloved figure, and the public rallied behind her as the royal family's image deteriorated. In 1996, after a tumultuous period, Diana officially divorced Charles. She lost the title of Your Royal Highness, but gained peace of mind. She focused on raising her 2 sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, and co-parented amicably with Charles. But just as she began to find happiness outside the royal confines, tragedy struck, and the world mourned her untimely death. Princess Diana's death on August 31, 1997, remains one of the most tragic and controversial events in modern history. Diana, who had spent years in the public eye due to her royal marriage and subsequent humanitarian efforts, had finally begun to find peace and happiness in her personal life. She was spending time in Paris with her new love interest, Dodi Fayed, the son of Egyptian billionaire Mohammed Al Fayed. The two had reportedly grown close during a vacation on a yacht and were on their way to Dodi's apartment when the tragedy occurred. That fateful night, Diana and Dodi were being pursued by paparazzi as they drove through the streets of Paris. The relentless photographers had been chasing the car, and the driver, Henri Paul, was reportedly trying to escape them when he lost control of the vehicle. The car crashed into a pillar in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel at high speed. Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul died instantly from the impact. Diana, who was severely injured in the crash, was rushed to the hospital. But despite efforts to save her, she succumbed to her injuries at around 6 a.m. the following morning. The news of her death stunned the world. Diana had been an icon of grace, compassion, and philanthropy, and her sudden and tragic passing left millions in shock. Her death raised many questions and gave rise to numerous conspiracy theories. There were claims that the crash was not an accident, but rather a result of foul play, some even suggesting the involvement of the British royal family or other powerful entities. Amid the confusion and unanswered questions, Diana's funeral was a somber and emotional event. The funeral was attended by millions of mourners from around the world, and her family, including her sisters, Lady Sarah McCorquodale and Jane Fellows, were at the forefront. At the service, Sarah delivered a heartfelt eulogy, bidding a tearful farewell to her sister. Sarah's speech was deeply moving and highlighted Diana's legacy as a mother, a humanitarian, and a beloved figure who had touched the lives of countless people around the globe. The official investigation into Princess Diana's death ruled it an accident, but conspiracy theories persist. Some believe powerful figures were involved, and ambiguous details like amnesia claims from those present continue to fuel the mystery, keeping her legacy alive.